Love my mom. She just came in. Love her. Anyway. Hi everybody. I'm back. So, today is Friday, the 18th. And the recruiters tweeted yesterday that applications are opening on Tuesday. That's super soon. For those of you that have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that last year, a year ago, I applied to the DCP and unfortunately did not get in. I sort of wanted to document, even if it's not helpful, even if I don't get in this time, I just wanted to document for me what I'm doing differently this time. I don't have an exact copy of my application from last time, but I do have the format. I know what the format looks like as of recently. So I'm just going to go through how I've been preparing and the sort of things that I've done differently this time versus last time. Alright, so I am going to throw up the sort of things that I'm referencing in here. Some of them are Google Docs and I can provide shareable links if you're also applying and you think any of this might be helpful to you. So one of the big things that I've been doing is I've been reading the Disney programs blogs, and I know that seems really obvious, but the recruiters are really helpful in what they're looking for. It mostly refers to the professional internships, but it can also apply to the Disney College program as well. So one of the specific ones is the professional internship recruiter tips, because a lot of people do use the DCP as a stepping stone into a professional internship. So one of the big things that they say is to make sure that you know exactly what you want. So that seems really silly, but tailor your skills, your responsibilities to what you're looking to do to best sell yourself for the positions that you want. I know that for me, my top role is attractions. I would love to do attractions. I would love to specifically be a Jungle Cruise skipper because I've always wanted to be a Jungle Cruise skipper. Either that or I want to work at Star Tours. That would be the dream, the dream. I know that one of the big parts of working attractions is safety, because you have guests that are coming in all day, every day, and you need to make sure that all of them are safe. But that's also just a big thing for the parks in general, is making sure that not only are they having a great time and you're being really friendly, but they're also safe. So specifically for me, I know that I've added the responsibilities that have to do with safety. One of the other things that I did is I pulled up my application from the Disney store, just so I know the format, and I'm looking at it and really picking what I think best represents me. So I'm going through my older applications before I really started plugging the Disney language to say, yes, this really represents me. No, that doesn't really represent me. Yes, I think this could help. No, I don't really think this could help. So one of the other tips that I'm doing is making sure that I'm really representing myself in my application and not what I think they want to see. Because while they are looking for specific things, and that can give you an edge as far as I'm aware, as far as this is what everybody's told me, the other big thing is making sure that they want me for me and not just because of how I've portrayed myself. So I'm looking at things that were really important to me. I worked with a theater and taught elementary school kids theater, and that was really great. So I know that parts of that are going to really stand out because it's unique and it was really specific for me. So making sure that I have things like connected with students and parents to create a positive experience by figuring out the individual needs of students. However, one of the other things that I learned from the programs blog is to keep your sentences and your descriptions of responsibility under 15 words. There's this debate going on about whether a bulleted list or a paragraph is the way to go. From what I've heard, it doesn't matter. I'm personally doing a bulleted list because I know that for me that helps me really get to the point of what I'm trying to say, so I don't sort of ramble and say, well, you know, I did this and this and this. One of the other key things that I saw in the blog from the recruiters is that it's how you performed in the store, how you were efficient, how you helped the store, how you helped yourself, how you learned, rather than just the busy chores that you did. I can read it directly for you. It says, make sure your resume showcases how effective you are, not just how busy you are. So that means, you know, being specific about, well, did you help increase the store sales? How much did you help increase the store sales? Versus cleaned, restocked, organized. So I know that for me, I work at Ulta currently and I love my job. And some of the key responsibilities that I have are assisting guests by answering their questions about products and helping them find new products. If they ask, I'm looking for a clear brow gel, which one would I recommend? Where would I point them? How do I assess their individual needs? Another thing that has been super, super helpful for me is watching YouTube videos. And I know, again, that sounds really basic and you're probably thinking, Shelby, come on, everybody does that. But not everybody does that. I have made a list of reference videos specifically for different parts of the application. So I've been making sure that I have, every time I come across a video that I think is really, really helpful, not just one that includes DCP, but one that I have watched and think is really, really helpful, especially from people that have gotten in or people that have gotten rejected and then got in, just a broad range of sources. So I've made a list. It's organized into general, WBI, and phone interview. So like I said, the general includes just the whole application process, all 3 steps plus getting in. It includes just the initial application, which in and of itself can actually be kind of challenging. And the reason that I say that is it's really easy to mess up your application, and I learned that. I thought that it would be a breeze and that, you know, my application was perfect just the way it is. I kind of skimmed the roles, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't really help myself by doing any research, and that didn't help me at all. And what I've learned through these is how to write that application. So it's going to be me, it's going to be professional, and it's going to be Disney, which is really, really helpful. In terms of the WBI, that also seems really easy because it's an online personality test and it's, you know, gauging your reactions to questions. And that can also seem really easy, but it's also where a lot of people trip and fall from what I've heard. Again, haven't been there. I was stuck in applied the whole time. I was NLIC'd 1 week before the final decisions came out, which was a long time to be stuck in applied only to be told no. But it's okay because I know how to be better this time. And then the phone interviews. I have both phone interviews where they get accepted and phone interviews where they don't. And everybody's phone interview is different. Nobody's going to get the same one twice. But one of the big things that I saw was, you know, sort of gauging people's phone interviews and learning how to handle it more so than how to answer the questions. Because if you're just answering the questions the same way that someone else does, what's the point? Because then you're not you, you're someone else. It can seem so daunting because you're in the last stage. You are right there. You are so close. And the fear of completely tripping up and ruining the whole thing is super scary. To sort of rehash, just in case you've kind of been listening as background noise. So the sort of tips that I'm following for myself and the things that I'm doing differently, I'm doing my research, which is really a lot of looking at the Disney program's blog, looking at what the recruiters are saying they're looking for. The other thing is I'm looking at old resumes. I've saved my resumes for the most recent applications that I've gone through. Like back in November, I applied for 2 jobs. I applied for Ulta and Sephora and got offered positions with both of them. So I saved those applications and resumes because obviously there was something attractive about it. I'm really going through and finding what makes me in my resume and my application, really looking at aspects that are unique to me while also looking for things that are Disney. Putting in those words like magic and guest and courtesy are things that I've been recommended by people that have gotten in, and that's exactly what I did. I'm looking at YouTube videos, and that seems, again, so silly, so basic, but really researching a broad range of every step of the application process, general tips, things that are really going to help me forward. I think the moral is that this year I'm way more prepared. So, again, I'm not saying that any of this is going to get anybody in. For all I know, I could get in. I could also not get in. But I know that what I'm doing is setting myself on a track that gives me the best chance possible, which I didn't really do for myself before. I'm really researching and really setting myself up for the best success possible. So if you have any additional tips, or if you're looking for anything answered or need help with anything, drop a comment below. Thank you all so much for watching. I am so happy to be getting back to making videos. I started my channel about a year ago. I think that's so crazy. It just means so much that there are people that are like, yeah, rock on. And I don't think I would be as happy, as excited, as ready for this year if I didn't have this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.